Hello, Chelsea fans. How are you all doing? 24 hours on from the victory over Fulham yesterday, 2-0. As you all know, on my channel, my last video, I said I'll be doing a live match commentary, and I intended to, but I was offered a ticket at the very last minute to go to the game, and I took it. It's the first time in 9 years I've been back to a game at Stamford Bridge. The last season I was there, every single home game was the Antonio Conte title-winning season. Since then, decided not to. Club tried to shut me down with certain aspects of my channel and my vlog and things like that. Got sorted out in the end, but had a bit of a hump on, being honest with you. And I was like, no, I'm not going to go. I'm just rather just do it on YouTube, stuff like that. But I was given the opportunity and I thought, do you know what? Let's go to the game. And I did, and I loved it. And you can see clips that I took during the game playing alongside me talking here. All I have to say is it was great to be back at the football club, I have to say, and the match day. There's nothing like it on a match day. You go to an actual game, live it, breathe it. It is brilliant, I have to say. The atmosphere was fantastic. The game, as far as we go, I'll talk about that in just a second. But just the build up to the game. Now, I'm from the area. If you don't know, I was born and raised in the area. Moved away at the age of 8 or 9, whatever it was, to go closer to Heathrow way. I don't know why. But my family is from that particular area. My nan still lives 200-300 yards up from the ground. Went to see her after, which was lovely to do. But it's some, I say I've been going since 1980 when I was 6. That tells you how old I am. But yeah, like I say, it was just an amazing sort of overall experience yesterday. Just the atmosphere was great. Chelsea fans that I spoke to sitting next to me in the stand, also inside the stadium before half-time were great. I did have every intention of trying to do a match day vlog. The noise was just so great, and inside the stadium and outside, as I say, you can see clips of what I took. There's no sound to it, because trying to talk and trying to do a vlog, I couldn't hear myself talking. You wouldn't be able to hear me either. I did a little tester, couldn't hear a word of it as the sun comes out now, shining on me, just like it shines on Chelsea at the minute. Unbeaten start to this season. I was about to say to you all, who would have thought? But bearing in mind our fixtures at the start of the season, we should be on 9 points out of 9, but we're not because of the disappointing game against Crystal Palace. So Chelsea first half against Fulham yesterday, I have to say, was a little bit disappointing, and that was compounded by the injury to Liam Delap. It was typical, and people around me said the same thing. Typical. We just get rid of Nkunku. We got Jackson going to Bayern Munich, and there you have it. Delap pulls up with a hamstring. Hopefully, we're going to get word on that. It's not as bad as first thought, but it's just not ideal, is it? So Nicholas Jackson at the moment have been called back from Bayern. Chelsea said they're willing to let him go, but they've got to buy him on a permanent deal now, not a loan. Will Chelsea go in for another striker now before tomorrow's deadline? Could it be a last-minute rush job from Chelsea? We have to look to see. They're eyeing up someone from Sporting Lisbon, but we'll talk about that anyway another time. But as I say, the first half, disappointing. Chelsea were too slow. They were too laboured. Didn't have real sort of energy about what we were doing, and Fulham played well against us in that first half. And then obviously it comes to the disallowed goal for Fulham, and I have to say at the time, I thought it was very harsh. All of us were like, what's that been disallowed for? And then obviously it goes to VAR. Somebody had their phone and were getting updates and obviously saying a foul on Chalobah. Obviously referee goes over. He's been directed to go over to the screen. He does it. Everyone's sitting there. And once the referee goes over, everyone knows what's going to happen. And when he disallowed the goal, we were like, yeah, because all Fulham were like, oh, yeah, to the Chelsea fans. Of course, the goal gets disallowed. And as Chelsea fans are going back to him, oh, yeah, back to Fulham. You look up at the big screen, you see the replay, and you think, oh, yeah, we got away with one. I know people have looked at different angles now. Obviously, the coverage last night and stuff like that, Match of the Day and all the other highlights that you see. And people are saying that Chalobah was taken out. He got stamped on and he was taken out. And I understand that. But when you're living it live in the stadium and you look at that big screen and you don't have all the angles, you have one angle played on the replay, the whole stadium looked at the screens and was like, oh, dear. And we got in at half-time and we were all saying this. I mean, I went by myself and I was chatting to Chelsea fans around me and we sat there and chatted away. and we're all saying the same thing. We're too slow. Where's the attacking sort of the play, the drive that we had against West Ham? It wasn't there in the first half, and we got away with one with their disallowed goal. Obviously, at half time, we went in 1-0 up, I must say, and Joao Pedro pops up again with his second header from a corner. A great delivery, by the way, right on the money. And Pedro, similar to the goal we scored against West Ham, a couple of yards out, gets above everybody else and nods it in to compound Silva's frustration, the Fulham manager. So we go in 1-0 at half time. Second half, Chelsea was much, much better the way we were playing. Esteval only lasted, an hour, and Chelsea made some changes. Gittins come on and looked busy. But Chelsea really sort of stepped up that second half. Penalty, again, VAR. I mean, you understand if it's not given, but then again, you understand if it was you that give it away, you'd be livid. But they gave it. VAR once again steps in, and Chelsea then obviously get the win, and we win 2-0. So it was so good to finally to sort of come out of that game with feeling a little bit better about everything, because the way we played second half. It was disappointing first half, but then you sort of sit back and think to yourself, well, hold on a minute, it's still the beginning of the season. People are still finding their feet. Obviously, with NC Garnacho has been announced by Chelsea, so he's got to come in and make a bit of an impact. So one thing that I will say negatively about the game yesterday, I know I've just said to you first half we were slow and everything else like that, but when Delap went off, we were all saying, and around us, everyone had the same opinion. Why do we bring on Tyrique George and play him up front? Now, is it because we're putting him in the shop window because he's been looking for a move away to Italy? And we sort of couldn't really understand it, because you're sitting there with Gittins. So Gittins is on the bench. I'm thinking, bring him on the left-hand side, put Pedro Neto out on the right-hand side, play Esteval as the number 10 in behind Joao Pedro. That, for me, would have been a much better answer, much better solution. Didn't happen for whatever reason. And fair play to Tyrique George. He worked his socks off, got taken off. The sub was subbed, but he played a good hour or so. But I just couldn't understand it, really. I really couldn't. And what I will say about Pedro Neto is he hardly touched the ball the first half. He's our most dangerous player. He clings to that byline. I was watching him all game. He clings to the byline, and the amount of times Chelsea had the ball on the right-hand side and would come back as if to go back out to the left and play it to him, to stop and go back out to the right again, was really frustrating, I have to say. Very, very frustrating. So now we've got the international break, and Chelsea at the moment potentially could sit top of the league. We're top of the league at the moment because Man City have just been beaten by Brighton away. Late goal from Brighton to win 2-1. And get this, Graham Potter under pressure at West Ham. They've just beaten Forest 3-0 away. Fantastic result for West Ham. And that keeps us obviously top of the league with the big game yet to play, Liverpool versus Arsenal. And we'll be back on September the 13th, this Saturday. September the 13th, we're away at Brentford, 8 p.m. kickoff. What a big week that's going to be, starting with that Brentford game. Midweek after that, the 17th, we've got Bayern Munich away, the first Champions League game of the season. And the weekend after, the 20th, we play Man United away. And that's going to be a big, big game as well. 5:30 kickoff on the Saturday. So, Chelsea fans, that's my take on the Fulham game. Hopefully, you've enjoyed the video. If you have, like it. Subscribe to the channel and make sure you hit the bell for notifications when my videos come out. Hopefully, it'll be an update in the week. If not the week, it'll be by the weekend. Due to work constraints, I work full-time. I come home, I've got a 4-year-old, so I can't sit here and do it all day. I'd love to do it all day, every day, and earn money, enough money to do this full-time. So please support me in every way you can. And maybe that'll come true one day. But anyway, listen, thanks for your support. Thanks for watching the video. And I'll see you all soon. Up the Chels, top of the league, having a laugh. See you soon.